A particle moves along the x-axis. The velocity of the particle at time t is 6t minus t squared. What is the total distance traveled by the particle from time t equals 0 to t equals 3? So what we need to do using this velocity, 6t minus t squared, is find the total displacement from t equals 0 to t equals 3. So we have the velocity, and if we want to find, or actually the question asks for the distance, not exactly the displacement, but in this case, they're both the same. Since we're just moving across the x-axis, and from 0 to 3, the velocity does not change the direction. Okay, so since we're given the velocity, we want to find the displacement function, meaning s of t. We'll use that for the displacement function. We need to take the integral of v of t dt. This will give us the displacement function, but to find the displacement, which is the same as the distance in this case, from 0 to 3, we can set these as the bounds of our integral. So we'll take the distance slash displacement from time t equals 0 to t equals 3. So evaluating this will give us the total distance from t equals 0 to t equals 3. So let's set up this integral. We're taking the integral from 0 to 3 of the velocity, which is 6t minus t squared with respect to t. So to evaluate this integral, we can just do some simple reverse power rule. We'll add 1 to the exponent of t here. So we'll have 6t raised to the second power, and we'll divide by the new exponent. For the second term, we'll add 1 to the power, so 2 becomes 3, and divide by the new power. And since this is a definite integral, where we have bounds from 0 times t equals 0 to time t equals 3, we don't have a constant of integration. So now to find the total distance, let's plug in these bounds. So we'll have 6 times 3 squared over 2 minus t, which is 3 raised to the third power, over 3. And then from that we subtract the value of this with the second lower bound plugged in. So 6 times 0 squared over 2 minus 0 cubed over 3. So let's evaluate this. 3 times 3 is 9, so 9 times 6 is 54 over 2. And then we're going to subtract 3 cubed, which is 27 divided by 3, which is equal to, so 27 over 3 is equal to 9. And then we see that these terms cancel out to 0, because 0 squared is just 0, and anything multiplied or divided by 0 divided by anything and multiplied by anything is 0, and the same with this term here. So we're just going to be subtracting 0, so no change. Okay, 54 over 2, that's equal to 27. Because 27 times 2 is equal to 54 minus 9. So 27 minus 9 is equal to 18. So that means the total distance that we traveled at this velocity from t equals 0 to t equals 3 is 18 units. So answer choice D is correct.